Hello guys. So today we are going to talk about a very interesting utility called as VNstat. Probably you would have felt the need for it at some point of time in your journey in Linux. So we will talk about what this utility does and how it works. But before we do that, let's look at the info for this utility. The name of the package in Fedora at least is VNstat. And I hope in Ubuntu and other distro also you will find the same name. So if you do a info for VNstat, it will basically tell you the description of what the utility does. But at a very high level, what it does is it basically records the read and transmit of packets on all the interfaces in your system, and hence you can keep a track of the utilization of your interface in your system. We will go over the details of how to install it and how to use it, and once you have learned how to use it, then probably you can write a cron script which can send you the details at whatever time of the day, every day, to your email address. It could be every day, every hour, every week, every year, the regular stuff with cron, right? So once you can write a bash script which can do this, then you can always schedule it in cron at whatever frequency you would like it to be scheduled. So we will just have to wait for probably a few seconds before all the repositories are updated in Fedora, and we can see the info about the VNstat utility. Now I have installed this utility just now for this demo purpose, and hence you will not be able to probably see a lot of data in the VNstat output. But believe me, once you run it for a couple of hours, then you will start seeing the data, and once you start seeing the data, it will become useful for you. So now we should be about done, and we should be able to see the details of VNstat utility. Okay, so this is the description. It is a console-based network traffic monitor that keeps a log of daily network traffic for the selected interfaces. It isn't a packet sniffer, so basically you don't expect that you will be able to see the packets or something like that. It will only keep a track of the read and RX and TX of your interface. The traffic information is basically in analyzed from /proc file system, and hence you can also do it yourselves, but this makes life a lot easier, believe me. So first thing is, as usual, you will have to do a DNF install VNstat to install this utility. Once this is installed, that's not done. In Ubuntu, probably you will be done after this step is done. But in Fedora, as you know, the RPM post scripts never enable the services required to be enabled for any package. So you will have to manually enable the service. If you do systemctl status VNstat, you can see that I have enabled the service just now, and hence you will see this in an enabled state. But if you have not done that, then you will have to basically do start systemctl start VNstat, and then systemctl enable VNstat. If you do not want to run two commands, then you can say systemctl enable minus minus now VNstat, and it will enable as well as start the service at the same time. So once this is done, then at least your service is running, and when you do a systemctl status VNstat, you should be able to see this is active and running. Now once this is running, then you need to add the interface. So you will have to run a command like this: sudo VNstat minus minus add. This tells VNstat to add a entry for the interface that you want to specify, and then minus I and the interface name. So in my case, it is a WLP1 S0. So I'll have to run this command so that VNstat can add this into its database. Now once it is added, the simplest use case of running VNstat is just run VNstat without any parameters, and okay, we are in luck. we can see that we have some data. So if you run just vnstat, it will basically show you the rx, tx, and the total, and what is the estimated. Probably estimated is not probably a good idea, but rx and total is something that you might be very much interested in. But this is not just it. There are a lot of options to vnstat that you can utilize. For example, you can do minus minus daily, minus d, I guess. So this will show you the daily report of your interface. And if you have data for multiple days, then it will show you for all the days that it has data for. So this can be very useful if you want to keep a daily track of how much data you are using on a specific interface. Now with this we can also give the interface name. So if I give WLP1S0, then I can see the data only for that interface and not for the other interfaces. Right now you are not able to see the difference between the two commands because I have only one interface, but if you have multiple interfaces, then it might become very useful. Specifically, if you are running a lot of containers, Dockers, and so on and so forth, then you would see that you have a lot of interfaces created for those containers or the VMs that you are running on your system. And hence, when you do a vnstat, probably all those outputs are not very useful for you, because those are the ones that are not going out of your interface, and hence will never cost you anything in terms of network utilization or in terms of actually costing you for your ISP data, right? So you might want to exclude those and just include the interfaces which are talking to outside world or talking to your LAN, and you get the idea. But also let's look at the most important thing when you are using vnstat, which is always for, as for any other command in Linux, is the man page. So if you do man vnstat, then you can see that it has a lot of options. You can give a begin date. You can give the number of days that you want to show when you are doing a minus d. So if you don't give anything, then it is set to 0. But if you want to give some number of days, then you can always do that. For example, if I can specify 5 days, although it will again not find 5 days data just because I don't have sufficient data on this machine. But if I had 5 days data, it would have seen me day wise data for 5 days. Other than that, there are a couple of other things like begin date, end date that you can use. You can even show 5 minutes. Uh, you can see hourly. So if I do minus 5. So as you can see here, it is showing me every 5 minutes data, and similarly I can do a minus h and it will show me hourly for every hour how much data I am using and what is the average rate at which my system is using the bandwidth. Along with that, there are a couple of other useful ones as well. You can do a HG to show the graph. Let me open a new window so that we can see this better while we are on the man page also. So I can see vnstat minus HG. This shows the hourly graph. Again, we don't have any much data here, so we are not showing, we are not seeing much here. But if you had a lot of data collected already, then you will see the graphs here. You can select the interface as we saw with minus I option. You can also list the interfaces that your vnstat is seeing by doing a minus if list. Minus if list. So these are the interfaces that are there on my system. Similarly, we can use minus minus JSON to see the same data in JSON format, and I can pass it through JQ so that we can make it a little more visible, or rather readable. It is already visible, so we can make it more readable. Again, we can use minus D to show it. Okay, this doesn't work. So we can use minus minus JSON to show this. uh, and then with mode and limit we can set what we want to show. So if mode is set to F, will output only 5-minute resolution entries. So if I set it to F, then it will only set the 1935 1930. So you can see that it is showing only the 5-minute entries. You can read more about the mode and limit for JSON here. Similarly, limit is the one that we saw. Again, we can use minus minus live also to see the current bandwidth usage by our system. It will keep refreshing itself, and we can press Control C to come out of this view. Minus minus one line is another very interesting one which I like, because this is something that you can use and then use set grep awk on these very easily to get the data that you want, and then you can use it with any other uh, piped command, right? So basically, if you want to plot a graph, then you can use a GNU plot command to plot the graph, and before doing that, you can use the data that is displayed with minus minus one line to create a data file that can be used with GNU plot to plot this as a graph, and then once that plot graph is plotted, you can always use a mail command to send it across to yourself, and all this will happen automatically without you ever worrying about logging into the system to look into this. You can change the rate unit. You can create a alias. So if I create a alias, for example, let's say I will say WLP 1S0 minus minus set alias default. I'll have to use sudo with this. So if we use sudo, then we can do a vnstat command again to see how the output looks like now. So now you can see that the name shown here is default and not WLP 1S0, but I can still use minus I WLP 1S0, or I can even use default. No, I cannot use default here. It will only be shown there. So this alias is basically when you are sending it in a mail or something, then it becomes useful to identify which interface this is, right? Otherwise, identifying with if you have, let's say 7, 8, 10 interfaces on a single machine and you don't label it, then it becomes difficult for you to identify which interface is used for which purposes, and hence the data itself becomes useless, because then you cannot basically identify which traffic is going where, and hence you cannot really see the actual use of it. So similar to JSON, you can output the thing in XML as well, and once you have run it for years, then you can definitely use minus y to see the data in years. So overall, this looks like a very good utility to me. I have been using this for a long time now, and I have a cron job which basically sends the data that I required in a required format to my email every day, and hence I don't have to keep looking at the data. Thank you all.